Am I Julia Child? We'll never know. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly and I am so glad that you are here. Make sure that you like and subscribe and you hit that notification bell so that you're notified anytime I upload. So today I'm gonna pretend to be Julia Child. I love to cook, love to cook. It's probably one of my passions in life. And I've decided that I want to attempt to make a Julia Child dish. So Christmas, when I'm filming this, Christmas is a week or two away and I have no idea what I'm doing. Last year I made the most delicious prime roast, but I thought I'd try something different this year. I'm over the ham and turkey thing. So I wanted to try Julia Child's chicken breast with mushroom cream sauce, but make it gluten-free. And actually, just looking at the ingredients themselves, everything, as long as you would get like gluten-free chicken stock, you'd be okay, but everything else is gluten-free. So, all right, let's get chopping. First thing I gotta do, I have to chop up, we're gonna use a shallot, because it called for shallots or onions, and personally I like the taste of a shallot better. So we're gonna get to chopping that and get our chicken breast prepared. I have my little Dutch oven. Hopefully, this is a really little one. Hopefully it'll hold 2 chicken breasts, but I think it probably will. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is season my chicken breast. It called for squeezing fresh lemon juice on it and then putting white pepper. I found white pepper at the grocery store, but it was like $8 for a jar, and I've never used it before, and I didn't know what I would use it with. So we're gonna skip the white pepper, just use black pepper. So I didn't want to buy a whole thing. I'm cheap. And then I'm gonna set that aside for a little bit. And we are gonna start working on preparing and then we're gonna start on the rest of the recipe. All right, so in my Dutch oven, I have to melt 5 tablespoons of butter, which I've already measured out. Butter usually melts a little easier when you chop it in smaller pieces. So I'm gonna turn this on to like a low medium low, and we're gonna let that melt. Does that look foamy? You know what, I'm going with yeah. All right, we are going to add the shallot. We're just gonna saute these for a minute or so. Apparently we don't have to wait for the shallot to brown. And then we're going to take, the recipe called for a 1/4 pound of mushrooms. This is a 1/2 pound. I like mushrooms, so I'm going with it. We're gonna put these in and then we're gonna saute these for a minute or 2 as well. That is a lot of mushrooms, my goodness. And sprinkle it with salt. Turn the heat up to medium high. And add our chicken. We're gonna cover this and we're gonna let this cook for 8 to 10 minutes and then I will be back. The timer is going off, so I'm going to flip the chicken. Yes, 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 I know. And we're gonna cook it on the other side. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and stick the meat thermometer. Oh, battery's flashing at me. I'm gonna go ahead and stick the meat thermometer in it. So poultry's got to cook to an internal temp of 165, so that way if it's done sooner, I will know. Oh, okay, it's actually saying it's done. Okay, well, my battery died right at the fun part. So chicken is cooked. I have it, you had to take it out of the pot. It is resting, so we're getting ready to make the sauce, the mushroom sauce. So I turned the heat down just a little bit. The mushroom sauce calls for a 1/4 cup of chicken or beef stock. You know, I should probably look at the side that has. What else? I can't do this left-handed. Okay, so that is right about a 1/4 cup. Yep. And then the other part, the other part of the recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of dry vermouth. Now I don't really, I know what dry vermouth is, but it's not something I use very often, so I didn't want to buy a whole bottle of it. But I read online that a substitute was a dry white wine, and dry white wine I usually think of as a Chardonnay. I don't particularly like Chardonnay, and to use a 1/4 cup of it and then be stuck with a whole bottle. So I bought a Pinot Grigio, which is, it's not dry, but it's not sweet. So we're gonna try that. This is the sea glass kind. It's more on the drier side than on the sweet side. So we need a 1/4 cup of this as well. I'm supposed to boil it down quickly until the mixture is syrupy. And I'm not 100% what counts as syrupy, but I'm gonna go ahead and add the cream. And we're supposed to let this boil until it's thickened. I'm gonna try the sauce. Oh, that is so good. All right, well that is done. I am going to plate the food and I will be back in a minute. Let's put the sauce on. We'll ladle that over. The chicken. And then we're gonna sprinkle some parsley. Okay, let's try it, shall we? And of course, I served it with just a hunk of gluten-free French bread and a simple side salad because I forgot to make vegetables. But I think roast veggies would be perfect. Bon appetit. Excellent. Well, hey, thank you for joining me for this delicious dinner, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.